Hey y'all, welcome back to Jarhead Bonsai. I'm Jared Paul, and today we're going to take a look at 3 Yamadori trees that actually survived the winter. I Yamadori last year in the fall because I didn't move into my current house and the ranch until August, so I missed that spring Yamadori. A lot of the trees didn't make it. Typically I would feel bad, but I picked really some trees that are in horrible shape or just in terrible locations where they really wouldn't develop. So with that being said, I have three favorites that I picked out today. So I'm going to show you the pots that I've put them in. They should be in there for a couple of years, you know. Right now I'm just letting them establish, settle. I didn't do any really hard root pruning for the spring. Just got them into some nice pots, some good soil, and added the 6-month Osmocote Plus fertilizer. So we'll take a look at those 3, all coming up on today's episode of Jarhead Bonsai. Here is a Verbanum, and it was growing under the porch in a really funky spot, and it looked like it had been trimmed back actually a bunch, like it was just a nuisance. And I said, you know what, I want to put in some pallet fencing there. It's kind of in the way, so that gives me an excuse to collect it, put it in some soil, and see what we could do. So as you can see, that #1 trunk has a lot of cool texture and bark already. And then this branch is actually pretty interesting coming off. So it looks like it's growing vigorously, healthy all around. There doesn't look to be any dead parts except for maybe the end of this branch. But that doesn't really matter for right now. I'm just gonna let it grow, thicken that trunk up and get the growth, and then we'll take a look at it probably in the fall and we'll prune it back. So yeah, that is some sort of Verbanum. There are so many different varieties. I have no clue which one, but I really like the leaves. They got a nice light green shade. When they come in, they're more yellow, and it looks like they're getting darker as they mature. So that's cool. So that's it for the Verbanum in a nice little terracotta pot. #2, this is some variety of oak. You see these nice little leaves coming in. I was relieved to see that because, you know, a lot of these things, I wasn't sure if they were gonna live. So this is cool. And I can't remember specifically where I got this, but when I went to pull all the weeds out from around it and get it into this pot that I got at a move that people were throwing out, and I was like, okay, I'll take it. It's ugly as sin, but it's got holes in the bottom and it holds soil. So I think this is actually a Korean birch. And if I remember, I'll take you in and take a look at my baby Korean birches, because I actually germinated a few seeds. I think 3 of them survived this winter, and it looks a lot like that. Although mine hasn't been outside yet, it has darker leaves, so we'll see. Yeah, so this is that oak. I really like that turn in the bottom. It already has some nice age to it. I'd say, I don't know, maybe 2-3 years. Some new growth coming out low, some up high. I will probably, you know, make this the new leader eventually. But for now, we'll just let it grow. All right, so that's it for the oak. It is in a birch pot, which is pretty cool. A Korean birch. Now, for me, it looks pretty similar to what that other thing was, but this I germinated December 1st, and it is tiny. So, I don't know, you just never know. I mean, I germinated that December 1st, and then this blue jacaranda December 1st, and look at the size of that. So everything grows differently. But I'm hoping, you know, it's some sort of species that I don't have yet, or it is just a wild Korean birch. I didn't know that we would have those in Connecticut, but let's watch it grow up. All right, on to the third tree. It is a white pine, and you see it's got nice candles coming out, typically in 3s. We got 5 up on the leader. So I haven't pruned this at all. What I wanted to do was find as close to a matching one as this, because the other one that I had gotten just like this one did not make the winter. So here it is. It's been in its pot for a couple of days. I just think these things are so cool. These white pines, they got those big long needles. So I think they're about the same age. Maybe the new one is a little bit older, but they're both healthy in good soil, and I'm going to use them as, you know, Japanese garden trees. I'm going to keep them a little on the larger side. Maybe with the pot, I would never let them get taller than me. That would be as high as I'd let them go. But I'm going to let them grow. All right, so that's it for the third tree. All right, y'all, that's going to do it for today's episode of Jarhead Bonsai. I hope you enjoyed the episode on 3 Yamadoris that I actually had survive the winter, a really cold, harsh Connecticut winter. I did my best, and these 3 are looking great. 3 different species. We'll see what direction we get to take them. So check back. I like to do updates quarterly, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode and want to see future ones. So go ahead, hit the subscribe and the notification bell so that they'll let you know. All right, I'm Jared Paul. Have a great day, y'all.